picked a southern accent for Tita Cherry.
Right. Why did you do that?
She just loves taking care of people.
Oh, it's very like
It's very
Paula
Latin.
Deen.
Yeah, Paula Deen, more like Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And just,
Paula Deen minus the N word. What's up, Rumble fam? Welcome to another episode of the Rumble Pod. I'm here with my special guest, Alyssa Aguilos. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Cool. We are going to talk today about Estrang Hero, our first main campaign. Alyssa, why don't you just tell them who you play?
I play Ginger.
Nope.
No, I don't. Wrong character.
We're leaving that in. That is incorrect.
I play Ginger in a different campaign, who is the daughter of Shireen Cherry Pie. She is the owner of Cheese Miss, which is a restaurant in this island.
Yes. Was there any, what was the inspiration behind creating Tita Cherry the way you did?
I wanted to create kind of a motherly Tita character for the campaign. I think the funniest thing about creating Tita Cherry was, I think almost every Filipino family, if they are so inclined, almost every Filipino family has the big fork and big spoon on their kitchen wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, that definitely is a weapon somewhere.
For sure.
I was like, what kind of character would use that as a weapon? And I was like, somebody who cooks, somebody who's maybe a restaurateur. It's not really brought up in the campaign, but she speaks like 7 languages or something like that. We ended up, because she was a merchant and a bunch of other things, and because she deals with a lot of visitors to her very famous restaurant, she just happens to speak a bunch of languages. And I originally was debating whether or not to make her a druid or a bard, and I ultimately went with druid because of the cooking aspect of what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I kind of am glad that I went that way, since the other direction was I was going to be a very shrewd, stern Tita, and I don't think I can play that character very well.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of the way you speak, you have a very particular accent in this, where it's like not really Filipino or whatever. Why?
I picked a southern accent for Tita Cherry.
Right. Why did you do that?
I feel like, one, it's a very easy accent for me to do. I have no idea what part of the South it is, but it really got me into the character of, she just loves taking care of people.
Oh, it's very like
it's very
Paula
Latin.
Deen.
Yeah, Paula Deen, more like Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And
Paula Deen minus the N word.
Yeah. No, she loves everybody.
Yeah. They say that, and then they speak on TV. If you were to describe Tita Cherry in 3 words, what would they be?
I would describe her as caring.
Mm-hmm.
Concerned.
Yeah, for sure. I see that. Yeah.
Concerned and family oriented.
What were some of your favorite? You as Alyssa, right? What were some of your favorite moments from the campaign?
We were talking about this a little bit before the podcast, but we, instead of being the kind of stern Tita that I originally had thought of, the moment that made me Tita Cherry was we were imbibing some substances.
Yeah, for sure.
And the NPC character was like, man, I'm out. And immediately in character, I'm like, oh, I have a little bit of that.
Yeah, you just happen to have the stuff on
purse.
you all the time. So it's crazy because like there's this thought I've been thinking about where you create the art or like whatever it is that you think you needed. Mm-hmm. Is Tita Cherry kind of the Tita you've always wanted, or do you have that in your life, or is it kind of like an amalgamation of all
like
that
what
stuff?
inspired? What kind of person inspired Tita Cherry?
Yeah. Or is it? Did you need to fulfill a need or a void in your life by creating that character, essentially?
I think for this particular character, I'm glad that I went this way with it because, well, I grew up with a lot of different types of titas. I've had loving titas, I've had very critical titas, not pointing anybody out.
What's their name?
No,
Just kidding.
they will not know.
I have two of them. Their names
they
are
know who they are, and I have no idea if they're even going to listen to this podcast. But I wanted to be the type of Tita that would support the campaign and also support the characters very well, which ended up being very, I don't know if useful is the word, but I think helpful for Maddie's character especially, because wow, that was another moment where getting in between her mom.
Yeah, for sure. That was like a really heavy.
Her after the fact, almost. Kind of. I don't think I overrode the lore necessarily, but I would imagine that being a lava elf, being a lava elf in that world, but also being an Aswang, is really, really difficult of a background to deal with. So.
Then you mean diversity is hard to deal with in a world?
Not
in any world?
But it was like the fact that I had to let her character know that your mom is the way she is because of the life she's lived.
Yeah.
And you can't necessarily blame her for that. She's just, every parent's kind of doing their best. But I also understand that she might not want to hear that.
No, that's real. Yeah. For sure. When you're playing this character, right? Because we do a lot of D&D together, and you have to like switch it up. Yeah, we have to switch it up constantly, right? How much of yourself is in Tita Cherry? Or is it kind of just like a reskin of who you are? Is that?
I think a lot of my characters tend to be very close to the kind of person that I am. I don't think I haven't played a character yet that is like, this is the complete opposite of who I am. This is like me if I was older and I've already had my kids and I'm at that point of success where maybe I might pass it down to someone.
Yeah.
Or there's something that, because in character, Cherry's restaurant is very important to her. It's like her number one thing, and I wanted to pick up ingredients along the way.
Yeah. You're always working.
I'm always working. That's also definitely me.
I don't know what that's like.
I'm always working all the time, me as Alyssa. And so if I chose cooking as my hyper focus or the thing that I wanted to do with my life, I think that would be Tita Cherry.
Cool. There are a lot of like Filipino customs and traditions and references in Estrang Hero. What are some kinds of ones that, show up?
I would probably in my kids' names.
Oh,
That was like a whole thing where
Filipinos, stop naming your kids weird shit, dude.
We really
Joe Bert.
We had to sit down and have a kind of serious talk about how many kids does she actually have and how much she would have by the age of 30 something.
Also second lifetime, so kids on kids.
Kids on kids. So like I don't even know what my other kids. Haven't explored that yet in the next. Of like, what was my other life like? And did I have kids then?
Yeah.
Crazy. So it's being an, how do you say that? Amalagad? I think I messed it up. How do you say the kind of crocodile I am? The dragonborn type in Sina Una is a crocodile-inspired second life dragonborn.
Yeah.
So my character had already died somehow and come back as this type of species. And so I ended up like having a lot of kids in this life for some reason. So I was naming a bunch of Filipino ingredients like ginger, sage, Vinny and Garrett, the twins.
Yeah. Vinaigrette. Crazy. What are some Filipino traditions that maybe non-Filipinos might recognize or catch about how Tita Cherry is or how she acts? Or just like behaviors?
I think just there's a very specific type of caring when it comes to Filipino mannerisms. There's also a lot of how do I word this? Like reputation matters a lot, and like look good matters a lot.
Yeah.
The society.
What is it? The optics.
Optics, yeah. Ooh, optics. Like the way that everything with Maddie's character, there are people who like really care about that, and then you have Austin's character who he doesn't go fuck. Like,
yeah, I think that's also the
all.
difference between male and female in our culture as well.
It's also interesting having our other characters with KP and Fix's character being. It's not. I mean, it's our culture. It's not stereotypical to have a headhunter, and it's not stereotypical to have tribal warriors.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like it was really fun to explore what that might be like in our day and age. Or it's not. We were playing a pre-colonial campaign for this one, so. I was like, oh, how are they going to take this? And then they start singing Baby Shark.
Yeah, for sure. That, like, those were some really wild moments as the DM where I'm like, okay, we'll go with it.
And dealing with aqua-based girls.
Yeah.
Look at his face. The podcast listeners can't hear his disappointment.
I'm sighing as hard as I can. How does culture influence you, Alyssa? How does culture influence the way you create and like role play your characters? That has been a clip and the part 1 of the Estrang Hero Talkback with Tita Cherry, aka Alyssa Aguilos. If you want to see the rest of it, because you know you do, there's cussing in the back half. If you want to see the rest of it, go on to our little crowdfund thing, our little buy me a coffee. And it's so cheap. You get all this content and it's so cheap. And you get to hear Dre say naughty words. All right.
Feed us.
Bye.